Hello, welcome to another episode of Retro Collectors. We've been out and about at the car boots finding lots of retro things, haven't we, Greg?
Very early in the morning, Jason, isn't it?
Yes. Thought you got used to that by now.
Nope. Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Retro Collector's version of The Book Corner with Jason and Greg.
That's right, we found quite a few books out and about, didn't we, Greg? Including these brilliant Masters of the Universe storybooks, Greg.
These are brilliant, aren't they?
Yes,
Oh,
they are. They were 25p in Pound Stretcher originally. In what year?
I'm going to go 85.
You were correct.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that.
Listen, one star-filled night, Prince Adam, Teela and Man-at-Arms witnessed a spectacular display in the sky near the Palace of Eternia. Look at that huge meteor, split into 4 separate segments. You didn't know Man-at-Arms was a Brummie, did you?
I mean, do you know what I loved about these? The fact that they showed you what's next week or the week after, or
the next book.
Yeah, and that always got me excited with these. I loved it.
Meteor Monsters, that one's called. A Hero in Need. What's yours called, Greg?
The Magic Mirrors.
I paid 25p each for these,
I paid £1 for this one.
which was actually the original price when they came out in Pound Stretcher.
So they've made the same money back after 20 odd years?
No, because I didn't buy them from Pound Stretcher. Oh, you mean the people who sold them?
Yeah. Didn't do very well then, did
No.
they?
Thank goodness.
The next book in Reading Corner, Greg, is the Challenge of the GoBots, or Robo Machine, featuring Challenge of the GoBots. Do you remember the GoBots, Greg?
Yes, I'm going to show you something, Jason. Can you see that one there?
Yes,
Now, I had that particular character
I think I did.
because it turned into some sort of bike car. And I was convinced, even now, that it was a Transformer.
Now, you might not be the only one, Greg, because GoBots were very, very similar to Transformers. They were produced by Tonka Toys from 1983 to 1987. And what's interesting,
How do you know all this, Jason?
it's encyclopedic, isn't it?
Honestly,
What's interesting,
Jasonopedia.
what's interesting is that Hasbro eventually bought Tonka in the early 90s, and Hasbro owned Transformers too. So they owned both brands eventually,
And
and they
them.
produced those, yeah.
These were the best, weren't they?
Really?
Yeah. That's amazing. How much was this book, Jason?
50p.
50p. That's the one. There he is. That's the one I had. So clearly it was the main one, because them hooks went into the wheel.
The
They drove.
GoBots.
Yeah, go.
There was a time when I thought I'd dreamt the GoBots, but clearly not. They really exist.
Do you know there's other things you can be dreaming about, you know?
2 more books from the same stall, Greg.
Well, boys and girls, we are packing the book corner section this morning, aren't we? This evening, whenever you're watching it. Chips!
California Highway Patrol.
Is this the one they're doing the film of?
They've done it.
Oh, have they? Have you watched it?
No, I don't think it's out yet, but it looks terrible. It's in the trailer. Punch. Not
You
Punch.
needed to just punch me then with the book.
Eric Estrada.
You see, I never
And John
watched it.
Larry
I've got to be
Wilcox.
honest, Jace. I know. Maybe it's my age again. A
I
couple of years
think it
younger.
is because it was late 70s, early 80s that it was popular, I
But
think.
this annual's 1983.
Yeah, but I remember watching it on a Saturday afternoon, probably.
It's not the best annual, this, is it? Because to be honest, it's just one of them ones with all the drawings in again.
But, Greg, moving on from the California Highway Patrol, the most exciting find for me, book-wise, was this, Cannon and Ball,
Now, if we do have any people over the pond watching this
or in other places.
in other countries, they probably don't know these two.
Cannon and Ball were one of, if not the most successful comedy duo of the 80s.
Morecambe and Weiss said they were the next
New
one to follow
Morecambe
them.
and
Yeah.
This particular book is an actual programme from their live show in Scarborough
Scarborough.
at the height of their fame, when they were on TV all the time.
Selling out theatres,
Yeah,
films.
they had a film come out called The Boys in Blue, which they talk about in here. There's a big feature about it there. There it is, look. Wasn't actually that great a film.
No, they never are they? Do you know what I think's really interesting about this programme?
What?
You know how big they are because they're not in the show.
Till the very end.
They sell it as their big theatre show for the summer, doing a run of probably 30, 40 shows.
They weren't even in the first half.
The first act is, well, randoms.
The orchestra, directed by Mike Ryle, the Alan Harding dancers, Peter Saint, Franklin James, and Clarence Frogman Henry.
And they're not even in it. Then the second half, they don't even start the second half.
The orchestra, and then Cannonball.
That's how much power they had to sell out theatre shows with them not even in it after it.
Stupid business! Shove me underpants right up me bum now! For goodness sake! Pull them down and wipe your eyes! Sorry? Come on!
Well, boys and girls, what a treat this morning. Today, we're now going to the action figure corner.
Anyway, we did find lots of action figures, Greg, didn't we? I'm going to start with this one.
I think this is brilliant. I think it's so lifelike as well.
It's Kevin from Home Alone.
Kevin Turvey.
And he probably does talk, but the batteries have gone.
Do you think he does this? Ah! Like that.
Probably not now, because his hands don't reach his face.
All right, Jess, I'll show the figure. That's brilliant. It's so lifelike. 1, 2.
What?
Which one?
2.
Yeah, I agree. Well done.
Thanks. From the same store, Greg, I also bought this.
Now that's magnificent. Would you like this pin here so you can press the buttons?
Now, what's strange about this is I saw this exact figure on another stall just before, standing upright like that, and had a £10 price tag on it. On this particular stall, next to Kevin and him, I picked them both up and said, how much for these? And he went, oh, £2. So £1 each.
Pound? Press the button.
I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby.
It's great, isn't it?
There you go. I also bought these, Greg. We finished. Thundercats, Greg. Watch this. Everybody's going to be thinking the same thing now.
What, you're an idiot?
No. Schnuff!
Oh, yeah. Was that is that for a pencil? Do you remember in the 80s you used to put them on pens and used to...
Yeah, that's a very big pencil, Greg. Bought this, already got it, but this one had the helmet. Headdress.
You're nearly 50. Have you heard yourself?
I am not nearly 50.
Look at him.
All I need now is a little thing that goes on your finger, goes in there in the eyes like that.
So how much was that then? Because you only bought it for that, remember?
Yeah, I did, but the whole thing was £1.
Oh, that's not bad. I bet they're quite expensive separately.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
And also, they had that for £1 as well, which is Mum Ra before he turns into that.
Before it turns into that.
In actual fact, it's quite scary in the cartoon, that
Yeah.
transformation sequence, isn't it?
Yeah?
Have you just broken it?
No?
This, Greg, was my favourite find, though. That is a Galaxy Warrior. Not a He-Man figure.
It is.
No, it's not.
Have we got any He-Man
I've got
figures?
Skeletor down here just to compare it to.
Oh, and apart from the size, it's exactly the same.
Well, Galaxy Warriors was one of those toys that was brought out in 1983 to capitalise on the popularity of He-Man and the Master of the Universe. So much so that they kind of almost completely copied He-Man's body shape. The articulation of the Motu characters, the rubber heads.
his trunks are the same.
Yeah, it is almost exactly the same. However, the quality of these compared to some of the knockoffs around in the 80s is quite good, and so they stood alone as their own sort of action figure line. But I'm sure there are many kids in the 80s that got the two confused. Like you are now.
Well, they're the same. Do you know, Jason? I don't know whether our viewers know this. You've got a right thing, haven't you, for big box VHS videos?
I have got.
It's getting a bit silly now, isn't it?
I have got a bit of a thing for big box VHS videos.
Just in case you didn't know, Jason's got a bit of a thing for big box VHS videos.
Which is why I'm always excited when I find big box VHS videos at the car boots.
Did you find any big box VHS videos?
I did, but they're becoming not easy to find now, Greg. For two reasons, I think. Lots of people think they can't sell them for any money at all, so they don't bother bringing them. But then some people know that they are becoming a bit more collectible, and so are charging higher prices for them. Now, this particular one I found is one that I've been wanting for a long time that I didn't have in my collection. However, the eBay prices were getting a bit silly.
So you must have found this when we split up then?
This is the one I went to without you.
So Sorry?
This is the car boot I went to without you. You know, because you wanted to lie in. Anyway, you're not going to believe this, Greg.
Ghostbusters? You found a Ghostbusters big box VHS video?
Yes.
In red?
And a special red spine from RCA Columbia.
Well, that's
which
tremendous.
we all know made them extra special. I've wanted this one for a while to go in the collection, but as I said, the eBay prices are getting a bit silly. It's in fair condition. Do you remember, that just brings back video shop memories, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's great, isn't it? I do miss them days. I mean, that was the selling point, wasn't it?
And I paid £1 for that.
Pound?
But what's even weirder,
Tell me what's weird, Jason.
I carried on around the car boot, Greg,
The one without me?
Yeah.
The one you went to without me?
and I found this
Ghostbusters!
on Betamax.
Now, if you didn't know this, Jason's got a bit of a thing about big box Betamax VHS videos. It's hard, that one.
Look at that. Look at the tape.
It's only
Get
small.
Get it out, Greg. The video.
It's only small, isn't it?
Yeah. Sam's heard that.
Mine's a lot bigger than yours, Jason.
So that was weird, wasn't it?
It was.
Wanting it for ages on VHS, finding it, and then finding the Betamax on a different stall.
Tell you what's really weird. We don't find hardly any of these when we go
I
together.
know, I think it's you.
And then you go out and find two Ghosts!
Two of these.
So, yeah, sorry. Can't keep doing this. So, yeah, well done, Jason.
Amazing.
And that's
I
all we
also-
found. Another one.
Yeah, this one, I should have done this one first because it's a bit of a letdown.
Oh, hold on. It's not Ghostbusters 2, is it?
No. It's Never Ending Story 3.
Did they do a 3?
Clearly they did, Greg. It's not very good. It stars the kid out of Free Willy.
So he's not that. That's not the guy
That's
who
not the
originally did
original,
it.
really, no.
So when was this one released then?
1994. Greg.
I didn't even know they did a third one.
Jason James Richter. That there looks like Jack Black. Surely it's not.
I mean, to be
It
fair,
is Jack Black.
have you not seen it?
A long time ago, yeah?
I mean, to be fair, I don't even remember the second one.
No.
In fact, I don't even remember the first one. I don't know what I'm talking about. What is the Never-Ending Story?
It's a story that never ends.
Well, clearly they did 3.
The never-ending story.
All your favorite characters are back in an all-new movie about a young man
Bastian.
whose destiny is controlled by a magical storybook.
How can something that's happening right now be in this book?
Well, hello there, boys and girls, and welcome back to Retro Collectors with Jason and Greg. And now it's time to go to Video Game Corner with Jason and Greg.
In fact, Greg, Game Boy was the order of the day, wasn't it?
Oh, I've got Game Boys as well. Oh, that's the next bit coming up. Don't worry. I might not be able to show it now though because it's smashed.
We'll go through these quite quickly. Found quite a few Game Boy games, didn't we, Greg? Mortal Kombat for the original Game Boy.
Dr. Mario. This is underrated, this game.
Is
Because
it?
it's a rip-off of Tetris, but it's brilliant. I just thought I'd tell you that.
Thanks very much. Hollywood Pinball, original Game Boy.
DuckTales 2.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Love the DuckTales games. Woo! Papyrus, Game Boy Color.
Tetris 2. How would they follow that up? That's what I always thought.
I don't think I ever played Tetris 2, if I'm honest.
Well, you know the first one?
Yeah.
It's the same as that.
Alright. Quest for Camelot.
Super Mario Land. I mean, that is the
Okay.
best one. But, and before you did the last one, I've got to say the best one of all was Super Mario Land 2.
That was good on the Game
That was
Boy.
my favourite one by a mile.
Stuart Little.
Oh.
The Journey Home.
That's the Advance, isn't it?
No, that's the colour.
Oh, yeah.
And Disney Tarzan. We did find a Game Boy Advance. Where's that, Greg?
It's here,
Is
Jason.
that the thing you've just smashed to pieces?
You mean this thing here?
Yeah. Where the battery cover comes off.
I mean, it's not
and
the best, is
The screen is scratched. It was £1. And there's a game in it.
You know the funny thing about that is? I think at the time it was only worth £1 as well.
It was
Horrendous.
the worst Game Boy released. Dark screen. The colour didn't really show up.
Batteries never lasted.
Had these horrible little cartridges that I never liked. Not my favourite Game Boy.
I really, really thought this was the worst one out of the lot. When you think it was supposed to be the next leap.
But then the SP that came out wasn't much better, was it? You know, the one that flip lid.
Oh yeah, that was even worse.
But you could get an edition of that, and an edition of that.
Really?
It's got a very bright screen, and that was better. Rubbish.
Terrible.
All right, we're going to start your exam now. You might feel a little pressure. Okay?
Oh, what's that?
It looks like Frogger Advanced. Now let's keep moving.
Doctor?
Oh, that's fine, nurse. That's just Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Now, moving along.
Hey, is that Spider-Man?
Game Boy Advance, more games, more fun. Rated E for everyone.
Have you seen my shorts?
It wasn't the only Nintendo thing we found, was it, Greg?
You mean the Nintendo thing that bombed?
What is that noise?
I say the only Nintendo thing that bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about this piece of?
The GameCube. Now, it did come with the cables, but it didn't come with a controller. Paid £4 for this. Is there going to be a mystery, exciting, very expensive game inside? No, just some more dirt and dust.
It isn't the best, is
It
it?
needs cleaning up, Greg, but I just wanted people to see what condition we found it in.
You see, I bought this new
Did you?
at the time, and I bought it for one reason, really.
I know what you're going to say. Die Hard.
How did you know that?
Because I wanted to play that game too.
And probably one of the worst games I've ever played, ever.
Yeah. The GameCube has become quite collectible recently, and there's one reason for that, I think, is that it is relatively easy and inexpensive to collect a whole set of games for this. So every game that was ever released for it, it's one of the easier consoles to get the whole set for.
Luigi's Mansion was good.
Yeah, and that sells for a reasonable amount now, but you can get every game that was ever released for this fairly easily, unlike other consoles like the NES and Nintendo. There are some NES cartridges that are worth £20,000.
But it won't be long, Jason. It won't be long. You've got to keep, you've got to look after these things, Jason.
£4 I paid for that, Greg.
Did you get a receipt?
Great is good. Greed makes you do great things. Greed makes you do great things. Greed loves old people. Greed loves old people. Gold coins and puppies. Gold coins and puppies. It will get you everything. It'll get you everything. Even if you have to pile drive your enemy to do so. Even if you have to pile drive your enemies to do so.
Get ready for some real greed. Rated E for everyone.
Well, boys and girls, unfortunately, that's come to the end of our very exciting.
What is that noise?
It's getting ridiculous, Jason. It's interrupting my performance
It's
here.
coming from down here.
What?
Down here. What are you doing? That's what it was, Greg.
How did you get Jumanji from between your legs?
I don't know. Remember, we found Jumanji at the car boot
I
sale.
forgot, yeah.
The game.
We haven't actually opened it up once yet.
Sucks you in. Oh, it's a bit dusty.
What did you say?
The game that sucks you in. It's
It stinks.
Here's the instructions for it, Greg.
What is it, Jay? I'll be honest with you, Jace.
It's based on the film.
I've never played this game in my life. Never seen it either.
It's not really based on the game. Or the film.
Where's Robin Williams?
It's based on the film.
He's not in it, is he?
No, Jumanji.
What's the
Jumanji. Let's have a look at the board.
What's it like?
It's got a bit of mould on it.
Well, that's rather large board, isn't it? Is that what you do?
No.
Oh, it stinks. Oh, it's.
You just got that on your face.
I've got mould on my face, Jason. I've got mould on my face.
You're right. So we have got everything here that you need to play that game, Greg.
Should we play it?
Yeah, let's when we've finished. That was the final find for this week, wasn't it? Jumanji, the board game. We will be back next Monday with Tea and Toast Kitchen. Before that, What day is it today? It's Monday today.
It's Monday.
So then we've got Wednesday's
Tea and Toast
Extra. Friday Weekly Scoop.
Entertainment News.
Saturday
Tea and
Saturday
Toast.
Morning TV with Tea and Toast. Saturday.
Main TV.
Main show. Then Monday Kitchen.
Oh no, we're in
And
the
the
kitchen.
following Monday Retro Collectors.
We're in the kitchen. Do you know what we're cooking?
No.
No. Should we just get something in the microwave?
Yeah.